Hello and welcome back. Right, I've saved a little bit of time. I've literally done the course, and we're gonna, I've got to switch the lines, and I've tried to be clever here. Tried to use two sets of things. I'm gonna set the 4 meter doing lots and lots of headlands, and it's only 4 meter, and the 6 meter I'm setting on the last headland so that it literally starts here. So nearest go. Don't want any lines now. Smashing. Ooh. Oats is right. It is. Make sure we're still on oats on this one. It's not the first time I've got caught now with this. Yes, it is. Right. And this one we do want first. Right, smashing. Let's grab. Roll set going in a few minutes. We need to be, yes, spraying. And there's no worry about. Yeah, animals are sorted. I've checked the productions. That's all going. Bread is hopefully being made from the flour, and the bread is being sold and the flour is being distributed. I think that is, I think that is exactly how it works. But this is me. It is, as I say, we're branching out from the old traditional farming that so far we've done quite a lot of, because obviously it does truly make us more money. It really does, and yeah. I would like, as I said last time, to choose equipment that we want. Yeah, we've gone an awful lot on sales, which is brilliant. It really is. But yeah, I think it's time after that buying of that field, that we bought equipment we actually want and need. Yeah, we have script and saved rather a lot. Right, so let's set. Again, this is another course. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the course for this on all of the fields, and I'm going to do it off camera, so I'm literally going to stop this. I'll be straight back in about 5 minutes. I don't want to bore you with doing this. It really is boring, so speak to you shortly. Right, done. Let's check. Yes, that's good. And yes, we're full. Now we ought to get a front tank for that, being as we are doing such a lot of that. Let's actually for once try and do a bit of that. It's not like we can't afford little tiny bits. It really isn't. We are going to use the fastest thing we have. And this is time for our secret weapon. Absolutely is. Please tell me. Actually, that is a point. Did I get rid of that from the truck? Or did I still keep? I did, of course I did. I know where it is even. I'm being silly. I've just used it, did I? Yeah, literally, it's over here. Yeah, with 50 odd tons of water, this has got 100 tons limit, so we shall stick this in, and then we're going to send this up. We're going to grab the little tiny low loader, and yeah, must remember, we're going to drag these around again on time. Right, literally grab that, then we'll grab the low loader. We'll go up to the shop, and we are going to grab a few bits and bobs. Now, if we need to lease something to put it on, we will do. Shall. No, shut those. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that as well. I can't keep ignoring product. I know we have a lot of other stuff to do. This is going to be a shorter session than normal. It really is. So I'm trying to juggle. I am. Got the seeders going. Now let's make sure that we've not got any accidents. I'm going to set this going in a minute once I get on the main road. Ooh. Only, I think we might need the trailer. Do you know, I said this earlier on Greenlands, I've put myself in a bit of a predicament. I promised I'd do three of those sessions on each of the Let's Plays. I said, I'm going to do another one of these over the weekend. And I have done, I did one Greenlands, and I thought, I've still got one Greenlands, one Western Wilds, and one Hobos Hollow to do, because she promised, so here I am. But to make that happen, it is going to be a little shorter than normal, definitely. Yeah, I did I forgot. We don't go through that because it's a little bit bad. The slurry yard has altered the ground somewhat. Right, let's get this going. But let's first of all make sure that all of our... that is a point. No, that's... Yeah, they're doing headlands, so that should be fine now. The little 4 meter should trundle along nicely. As long as they don't... Now, who has completed that task? Sprayer. Smash it. We'll just set this going and then we'll set the sprayer onto the next. Yes, I am. Now that is a point actually. We ought to be checking all of the fields. That one did say weeds. We'll check each one as we go to the edge of it. And if it, we know it's not always that all of the fields need weeds, but so far anyway, unless Giants have fixed it, there are always lots of silent updates flying around. So you never know when something might secretly get patched. One day, some of these things that are broken, President Myler, don't do that. Yeah, if you go off the road, it does do weird things to pathfinding, as I have found myself. You think you're doing the right thing because in real life you would, but actually this is a game and it doesn't always work like that. So yes, it can often make pathfinding go funny. Right, we need to jump into you. And, oh, got a bit of judder on the screen. That's new. This is a little bit dense. You don't normally do that for that very reason. Now then, let's check. Has it got weeds growing? It has indeed. And we haven't got a weeder. Right, yeah, we must remember as well, last time I did this. Wow, that's looking quite nice. Field 3. And we want 17.6 metre. Clear. Load. Activate. First, go. Next, I think we can do the next field, but last time I think I said it tried to go onto field 5 with it, and obviously it was nearly out of... Yeah, it was. Right, let's go up to the shop, let's visit, and wait for that to catch up with us. We'll catch the bus, which is a very quick bus service on Hobos Hollow. Now, where am I going? It's at the front. Yes, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way, we're going to the counter. Right, so, I know what I also wanted as well. I wanted a pass-through weight. I did. The rotter link. This is fast becoming an absolutely amazing favourite of mine because it's a pass-through weight. So you can actually add an extra 1 kilogram. That wouldn't be very useful. 1 ton with a rotter link. It's a pass-through. Yeah, so it's a ton. It is, yeah, it's not, I like to be cheap, but that is super duper. So it is definitely, yes, fantastic. Now, what was I really coming for, though? What did I say I was coming for? Do you know? Brain of a... What was I coming for? Do you know? Seriously? Right, you've got a few seconds before the truck arrives and you look at total Wally in front of the world. And what did you want? We were going to get... Do you know? Seriously, what was I going to get? Do I need to pause the video and look in editing already? That is a good question. What was I in such a rush to get that I needed to come up right now? It was something that I obviously thought was so very important. So important that I've actually forgotten what it was. Do you know what? When you're getting old like me, the best thing they always reckon is to actually go down to the point where you remembered the conversation. It can often remind you. Right, we need to... That's true. We're going to have to... That's clever. Yeah, that is true. How on earth am I going to get that onto that? Right, we'll have to leave something. In fact, it's not a bad idea to stick something like the Avant, buy a cheap Avant, is the smaller one, and have it up here, or we could leave. We do need a telehandler, but that's going to bite in seriously into our money. Right, let's go back down here. Let's go and see how everyone's doing down here. Now, I was talking about... Yeah, that. We're talking about... We're okay for traders. I know I was talking about getting seeders, and I do want my super duper one, but that's not now. We've got enough cultivators. I do want a sprayer. What was I truthfully thinking about? I do apologise for the... Yeah, I tried to stay clear of this end for that very reason. Do you know what's going to happen? Of course, I'm going to come back down here and remember exactly what it was I wanted. something that was so important to me. It's come to me. Yeah, spray it. I knew it would. If you saw the thing that actually... What, a spray tank? That's what I said, wasn't it? Wally. Right, so it's also got to be... Now, I'm not sure, does the Grank, or is that only for digestate? I think it is in... No, slurry tanks, but I'm not sure if it is just for that. I think it's liquid. I think it is for... It'll be just a normal one, I think, won't it? Yeah, manure tank, it is just for those. Water. Oh, that's nice to know. You could stick water in it. Digestate and slurry. Ah, these are the IT runner ones. Yeah. And that's true. Does the IT runner have a liquid? I could have sworn. Ah, it is. They're those two there. That's the IT short slurry container and slurry container. Right. So it is just the standard sprayer equipment then. Is there? It's just the mega tank. Is there any more? I think that's the only one that we've got so far, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Which is the biggest? 1500 or 1500? And both 5000, and that's 1100. So definitely the Ixter's the worst. Right, yeah. So I'll go for the Coon. Bye. Absolutely yes. Right, now we're going to lease a... Should we lease a... Should we do a long-term lease? Because it's not going to break the bank. Now there is a... Isn't there a cheap wheel loader? Really cheap. Could go... The Liebherr's actually really cheap as well. Okay. No. Warning triangle, no. And is that good enough though? Yes, it is. We will lease it. And we are going to lease a... Now remember, it is a wheel loader. So we want, I think it's under front loader tools. And this should be heavy enough to cope with this. I know we've got one. I know we have. Wheel loader. We only... Yeah, it saves coming all the way down there. We'll see how much. No, that's going to cost us quite a lot, isn't it, really, to keep leasing that, but it will sort us out for now. In fact, that's an awful lot of money to pay just to load those on, but you know, it saves buying one or wasting all of that time. You've got to do these things sometimes. Also, I did want to try this. It is a new mod. Well, it was an FS19, but it's new in FS22. Right. I could have put these both on the back of the truck instead of bringing the entire low loader. Oh well. It's an adventure. That's what you've got to look at it like. No, it's not quite right. Do love this. Yes, this is going to be a firm favourite for loading. I'm trying to get into the habit of trying to find a good way of loading on English maps. Right. Okay. Set that going. Let's send that. Let's give the shop a ring and say thank you very much. We have finished with the wheel loader, and we have also finished with that. That was £4,000 to put those things on there. Still, yeah, it's going to be useful. And it's a long-term gain. That's what I say. We've got to start buying stuff that we actually want. This is also going to help the case, the rotor link. It's going to give a bit more back support to. Or is it the front that I need? Which way does it wobble with that massive thing on? Is it backwards or we'll just see. As it does, it's very front or back heavy when it's doing that CD. 6 metre CD is ever so heavy. Yeah, I can't remember which way it goes, but whichever way it wants to go on the opposite end of the tractor, and you can still stick stuff on because it's a pass through. Right, let's send this on to set destination to edge of field there, and you have finished on field 3. I didn't see the message, but that does not mean anything. Now I think we can just do, yes, we should be able to, because field 2 is about as big as 4 and 3 put together. In fact, 3 isn't that much smaller than 2. I was looking at this on the map yesterday and thinking, it's not that much smaller really, because it's wider and this is longer. But yeah, I do think there's a bit in it. I think this is slightly bigger. Right, so then field 2, we have got this course load, and then we need to top up. So clear, load, activate, first, go. Smash it. So we, oh, what's the point? There's the weeds on here. Yeah, there are. Smashing it. So I wonder if there has been an update, because this is the first time on Hobos Hollow that we've actually had weeds consistently anywhere. So that is quite good. Let's have a look. I would say we should be able to set this going now. And again, oh yeah, wow, it's doing very well. The 6 metre and the 4 combined. I think the 4's actually done its headlands. Let's have a quick look. Yes, it's caught up with the 6 metre now. Yeah, it has. Let's just check to make sure. No, it's doing a tiny little bit over the edge of that. No, it's not. No, right. So that does a weird diagonal pattern. So if we do the same down this end, try and match that roughly. I know it's not going to be exact, but it would be ish. Say roughly at that. Oh, you're going to try and straighten up, aren't you? It's not bad. It's not bad. That's going to be, yeah, all right. Right, let's go grab you. Smashing. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together. But yes, we have got to start to. We'll buy that field top priority, and yeah, then we're going to go for equipment. Yes, definitely it's to equipment that we actually need as well and want, not just always wait for the sales, because we are beginning to get to the point where money is coming in. Right, so that's that. We need to get you going, didn't we? I've got sidetracked. I don't think we've done the 8 metre yet since my game crash. We have. Oh no, that is the cultivator. Yeah, we want 8.2 metres. Create field 5. Open 3 headlands. Let's do 4, and then we'll do the same again. We'll probably do the big one in the middle. That's what we did last time. Yeah, that looks good to me. So save in field 5. Activate 8.2 metre. Go. And first, go. And we will go grab with the big John Deere we now have in our arsenal of weapons. Yes, we shall grab the. Let's go and. No, that's the point. Did we leave any product in this? I can't remember if we was in. I think I did actually remember to do that on Greenlands. I was in such. Yeah. Oh, this is what I was saying about the force rate. The diagram. Yeah, I am seriously considering. Not because I don't like the force rate, because I often use the Pepe 978 from Link, and the diagram's always wrong. Yeah, it's hard to guess. And it just adds a layer of difficulty. It's still a good tractor, but it causes a lot of hassle because you don't know, and it's that. Yeah, you've got to streamline things even as a human being so that you. Wow, how did I catch that? No. No. So is it the thing at the back? Seriously, that was at the front and it was shown as the back. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm on about. Yeah, it wastes time, and time is precious. It really is for all of us. So yeah, I think think it's time is limited. The other thing, as I've said, is also one of my favourite tractors, actually, the 300 horsepower. I'll show you, because its name this very moment is escaping me. It is, and it is under, I think it's under large. It is, it might be under mediums, thinking about it. Yeah, it is. Okay. Which just makes sense that it is under mediums. Yeah, the Traction King, it is very reasonable. The fact it's not got a front 3-point link, and the fact that it's gears, it's its gears that's really doing me. Yeah, it's gears you're always having to manually change. So I'm trying to just to avoid the mods that cause additional stress. That's all I'm going to say. Right, let's have a look. Who is Obi-Wan? Aha. Now then, the 4 and the 6 metre are getting quite close now. Alright, we definitely need to top up, and we should get the front. Field 5. Let's make sure it does need spraying. Yes. Wow, I'm quite chuffed with this, because this is literally just finishing off what we didn't manage to do. It does go to show that, like I said a while back, that the farm is getting bigger, and when we add field 12, it is going to definitely be 2 sessions for turnarounds, definitely. Of course, it does help when your courses are ready with course blade. Also, like I said, equipment. If we've got 2 or 3 sprayers, even small ones, it doesn't have to be massive. Because we've got this one, it's not a bad idea to get another couple of these. Oh, I thought we were supposed to be filling up. Can we reach that from the side just by going? We can. Excellent. Right, let's top this up. Yeah, the 4 and the 6 metre are getting a bit close now. Can we sneak past there? We can indeed. Yeah, this, I mean, if we've got this front tank as well, it's going to mean that we can do all of the fields. In fact, I suppose, seriously speaking, if we're going to get multiples, if we know we could do the field, it might have been, oh well, yeah, that's future though, isn't it? You've got a plan for now as well. Can't always wait for the optimal. At least we've got this, which for now will be, yeah, when we get fields 12, when we get field 12, then it really will require us to do 2. It is bigger than field 5. Right, smashing. Set this going. Field 5, we've done the course already. 17.6, clear, load, activate, and first go. And then let's have a look at the 4 metre, how much more you want to do. I think I might have missed a little bit with there on the map. That looks to me like there's a bit missing. Let's go grab the 4 metre and see how that's doing. Yeah, no, I think that's still going well. Actually, the angle's not bad at all. Right, we need to... Yeah, I'm going to keep my eye on this. There's too many tractors on the field. This is a prime example of, like, yeah, when things go south. That's... This looks like these are going to crash, to me. Unless we're very lucky. And I've got some. Ooh, we may be lucky. Wow, that was there. Yeah, that was very lucky. Now I would say 6 metre now is probably going to get this sorted. So we'll do this run and we'll leave the 6 metre to do 2 more runs. What we will do is when this gets to the end, we shall stop it and manually tell it to go at the top. We will look on the map though. I think there's a bit missing at the top. We might need to just, yeah, fix that. We'll get the John Deere and we will grab the big Cambridge rollers. Well, the little, but you know what I mean. Right, thank you very much for your assistance. You did a cracking job. And now I'm going to send you over there. We're going to grab the John Deere, which looks like a white dot. So let's grab in you. And it's right behind you, isn't it? Yes. Did we stack? Let me just check while we're here. Did we put... Can't remember if we did have time to stick the silage in. We did. It's going a bit low though. We could quickly. We've got the 72 on. We also need to move the truck. I remember I rammed the... caught that. Right, who has finished their task? Who has finished their task? Ah, you, of course you have. Excellent. Truck. Let's move that quickly. Yeah, it got snarled up, I remember. I might be able to stick this in now as well. Need some. Yeah, smash it. Actually, yeah. That's going to leave that right in the way of that. Let's move it across. Yes, it is a very busy farm now when you consider what it was even just a few months ago. We have really stupendously expanded. We have a lot of equipment, but yeah, we have this. We've trusted to the sales an awful lot. Well, it's been good to us, I suppose. That is true as well. But right, let's say. No, you can see he's got a little tiny bit left. It's nice to have big tractors with the narrows, it really is, because it's more believable. Although, yeah, I suppose I would have thought, obviously, like this are specialists, even big tractors. Right, let's try and avoid everybody because I've left quite a few obstacles in my path. We have an incident. We do. Wow, I think we can manually finish that ourselves. It's literally one strip. As far as I can tell, we will look on the field and I say there could be some at the other top end. I'm sure I saw something up there that looked like it not quite done it, which was me, my fault. That's the point. Being a little bit previous, we've only just planted these. No, we're not actually. Weeds are growing. Bear in mind, I say this is the one thing I always remind everybody, it is a month. Days are going while we look. It isn't as simple as it looks. It really isn't. Right, so we want to look at... Yeah, there is only one little dot, funnily enough. Okay. That's better than I thought. Well, there aren't many stones. That looks like one big stone. Right, so no. Fold. Somewhere. About where we are. It is actually. It's gone. It was. I just did see it. Let's repair this, and then we shall get on with think of it, honest. Yeah, let's repair this so quickly, as it is getting quite damaged. Yes, definitely seeders and planters, or the my favourite big planter that does everything. Yeah, I would love to buy that for us, really would. So, repair. Oh, you have to unfold this, I always forget. So drop it down. It takes up a... Yeah, remember you can't... Well, it's very tight to get this in the black sheep modding one, that shed, it really is. Right, let's have a look. They should be not far off. Let's have a look on the overview. Growth. Foliage withered. Ah, needs rolling. That's it. I knew it was there somewhere. So yeah, still quite a bit in the middle. Right, let's grab the John Deere then. In fact, yeah, we can run. It's only a stone throw away. Yeah, I've got 4 minutes and 19 seconds. I don't get me wrong, I am not holding myself to that exact time, but I think we're not going to be far off. Right, so then, roller. Let's look at your course. It's the roller's course I'm interested in. So you stop on this side, so we want to be starting on this side here. Got to dodge the sprayer, that's the main concern. Now, are you on headlands still? If you are, I'm going to be doing one of your headlands. No, I think it's literally just starting its diagonals now. Yes, I think I was right yesterday when I was talking about having multiple ones of those. That's exactly what I've done on Western Wilds, because I think those 8 meters are fantastic. If we bought 3 more, we could just literally hit this, and in about 5 or 6 minutes you'd get the entire field done, and that's not much of an exaggeration. Yeah, it really isn't. Oh, spray's finished. Fantastic. That is fantastic news. Wow, that is all of our fields sprayed. Where are you going? Because I'll stay out your way. Yes, I was saying on Greenlands earlier, it was only when I had a proper count up the other day that I realised how many Let's Plays I had got, full term ones. Because Rombos initially was starting as a nuclear, but it's impossible to do that as a nuclear, so that I've literally, no, and I love the map, I'm glad I've done it, but what I mean is, because in my mind originally it was a nuclear, that only is a small time commitment, I can pull that in, but when you do it as a long term, a proper full, we've got this Greenlands, the Stone Valley that's on hold, Westbridge Hills, and Western Wilds. That is a lot, and most of them are getting big. This is getting large, so that means that the sessions are getting longer, or 2 of them, to actually get any feeling of where you're actually getting somewhere, where you can see growth, which I think that's what most of us really want to see in any Let's Play, is to see the farm grow. We have. If you look at I mean, this one as absolutely is blossoming. I said that of all my Let's Plays presently, Hobos Hollow and Greenlands are both blossoming, are both doing exceptionally well. But on both of them, I don't feel that we've gone the full course. They're both beginning to earn very good money on a daily basis, which is a good place to be. But not so much money, and there's both of them, like the guy said about equipment, there is a lot of scope. We've made do. I mean, even as our sprayer, it is one of the smallest sprayers you can get. We bought it because it was reasonable, because we kept leasing them year after year, either that or mechanical weeders. So yes, it's, and if we're clever, we should be able to do big bits down here, and it won't take us long to do. Quite pleased with it. I am actually quite impressed with what we've achieved today. Bearing in mind we've run up to the shop and got a few bits and bobs as well. I'd love to get us to go through till tomorrow though, especially being as we've also weeded as well. I think that would be not a bad place to leave it. That little corner bit as well. We'll take another slice off this, and then we'll leave the 8 metre to just finish off while we do the corner pieces, which are probably going to be in all 4 corners. Did we tidy down that end? Do you know, I'm really not bothered. No, I'll do this corner because we're not too far away, but I'm not charging all the way down for it. It's a teeny weeny bonus. It really is absolutely tiny, and yeah, it's not worth the effort. That's what I'm saying, and that's not laziness speaking. It really is more about efficiency. It is a waste of a lot of effort for a tiny little game. More so, it probably would cost us more in the fuel wasted in real life, maybe even fun, and also time. You've got to sort of put your time in the elements as well, in the equation. Right, let's just get that little edge off, and we shall stick these over there. Just try and straighten this up a little. No, we could finish it, but then we'll just let it be 8 metre do one more run. We shall stick the chains, the rollers over on the right hand side of 5, which is technically not our land, but yeah, we're not really hurting anything. Nobody ever comes on this side because it is at the edge of my field, so yeah. When they rip the forest up, maybe. Right, smashing. Now that is what I call fantastic. Yeah, we've done everything we set out to do, including weeding. Oh, no, we haven't. Fertilizing and liming, yes. Do you know, I think we're going to do that next session. I do. Again, that's another thing that we are struggling with. We should just grab that. Yeah, it is. We really do need something. And I have got an idea. I have. Let's just... No, let's not cancel. That's what I was about to do. I was going to say, that shouldn't look like that. Oh, fantastic. It really is. Just that last... Well, that little tiny blob, I don't mind. I do love it when a plan comes together, and it comes together well. It's very rare. It is, but that did come off almost to perfection, which is very rare. No. Fantastic. No, Luke, we've finished the field. You did a cracking job, though. You really did. Right, let's get this fueled up and everything repaired. Now, that's the point. Have I got the garden hose? I would like it. Yeah, I do love that. I think it's a fantastic mod. It's not like it's mega expensive. Let's get the garden hose. The American garden. I used to love this in FS19. Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah. So I am getting out of the habit. Yeah, there was something else that was like this. I do agree though. When you consider we pull a chainsaw out of our back pocket and nobody bats an eye, it is a surprising amount of people that get all bent out of shape about pulling a hose pipe. It is just a representation. I mean, to be honest, I think it would be within the realms of possibility that a farmer could have a little tiny water tank that he fills up, in the back of his tractor, and maybe even if he feels strongly about it, on the back of all of his tractors. So yeah, and it's a bit like those fertilizer spreaders that have the trailer attachments. It isn't supposed to be so much that you are taking a trailer with you. It's supposed to represent that you've got a trailer load of fertilizer that you take to the edge of the field, that you keep on topping up the tank. Now obviously we can't truthfully represent that in the game, so yes, you are taking the trailer with you, but that's not really what it's representing. It's a bit like the auto load trailers. People do get bent at shit, and I've got to be honest, for realism, I'm not a massive fan now. I've not done it in FS22 at all, and I don't plan on going back, but the fact it looks very odd is what gets me. But what it really represents is the fact that you've got some farmhands that are chucking the bales on, whether that's with equipment, well, we would do the equipment with modern things. But yes, obviously that's what it represents. But obviously the fact that in reality it really does look like magic bales floating, and of course what it represents to us as players is the fact that I could go and rip across a field and grab bales in 10 minutes flat that you just couldn't do in real life. So yes, it's just play balance, it is. But it is, we've always got to remember it is a game as well. As a content creator, you're trying to be as well. Not all people are trying to be as realistic as possible. Right, one thing I am going to do though is I am going to shift those. Yeah, I'm going to shift these off and repair and fuel up. At least I want to finish the jobs off that we started yesterday. I think we will leave it though. I won't go till tomorrow morning, because then you've got things like your animals and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll just literally get these off the field. And we have finished everything with the fertilizer. The one thing I am going to do though is I'm going to set the fertilizer spreader on the edge of the field, ready, set up, so that it's a message to the future me that we need to do it. Yeah. Because I know what I'm like. Wow, only 97%, that's brilliant. Now, please tell me you're not stuck or something silly. Because to me it looks like you haven't budged. No, it's coming. It's just being slow. Now then, because I'm going to forget about that 105 litres, we're going to stick that over here. Yeah, in the storage. Ah, that is a point. Is it this one or is it? I think it's the new one, isn't it? That has... It's obviously got nothing with soy, so let's see if this has soy milk. This one has got, I'm sure it does. Ah, you can't do it with a... No, I know it's... In fact, no. Stick that over there. Then we should grab the other one who seems to be crawling all over the yards. I'm trying to think, the best tractor I would say is probably the Magnum for this next job, because it's the heaviest, but we will use the Rotter Link. Right, let's grab Han Solo. Let's go rescue Han Solo. Let's do it through here. Smashing. Let's go repair everything. Even though it's 98%. That is absolutely amazing. It really is. this one's 97, I think, so we're fueled up. I think we can last another harvest before we need to repair them. Not long been serviced and they look in tip-top condition, so let's get this in. Smashing. Right, so I think that was everything. No, it wasn't. Fertilizer. Get ready, we said. That's what we're going to do. Case. That from box. We're going to, yeah, we need as much as possible. Without crashing into the post would be nice. WMXL. Which I do believe is over here. Do want the pass through Rotterlink actually there. So we've got fertilizer at the minute in, that is lime. Stick that in the silo. Oh. Why that's probably now that I'm sure in FS19 if you did a cheat like that where you've got fertilizer, it filled with fertilizer and then the next thing it would know that you had got fertilizer. In other words, it switched. It doesn't do that on FS22, which is, that is a bit of a, yeah, that is not as good. Right, so 7,500. Oh, I know, that's what I was going to show you. Yes, what I would like to buy is right, let's, which is the heaviest? It's on this. It gets rid of that 4.5 tons. I think actually, with big WMXL being as big as it is, the Rotterlink might actually make this the other way round. May. Right, I will have these, all of the 42 metre courses done, ready for next time. I will. Oh, that's what. Let me just show you what I was waffling about. Yeah, this is what I would like to buy for us. I was talking about this earlier. It is the IT runner. Again, I don't know whether to lease it first time because I've tried the lizard one and it is the that was less than stellar, shall we say. But yeah, the IT runner is in. I think we'd probably go for the longer one. And in fertilizer spreaders, there is a fantastic 10-ton Amazon unit. 42 metres that also does liming, so that's 10 tons capacity, and you could still stick the 3-ton Josk in front to have 13 tons of, yeah, which is almost as big as the massive. There's one that's 18 tons. I don't know if it's the Bredel, but yeah, I mean ours is good at that, but it's obviously, yeah, 7.5 tons. Although I suppose if we're going to hit this with teams again, if you're going to have multiple, the trouble is fertilizer spreaders are weird when you do multiples because it's the spread. Yeah, I've done it on Western Wires and it is weird when you've got them because the tractors are waiting for each other because they have to pass each other because the fields are, you need to have a humongous field to make that work, or go for a smaller spread like a 32 metre or even a 24. And I suppose that's at that point that you've got to ask yourself the question, that's when the Bredels come in. If you've got a team of Bredels, you see, I've always detested the Bredels, but that is probably because I've never been to that stage where you probably, it would be a good choice because of its, yeah, let's put my money where my mouth is. Yeah, 14 tons maximum on that one, and the big one, it's nearly 19 tons. Yeah, it is massive, and at that point, I think that's the only thing that always puts me off. It's 18 metres max. But I suppose what I was just saying, you wouldn't want it too big. If you've got 2 or 3 of those sitting a field, actually 18 metres is not too bad. It's bad for on its own though. I'm not a massive fan. Yeah, it's 42 metre. The Claris I like, but again, that's got big wheels. Can damage your... That's a point. The RT Runner, that's... Yeah, I suppose you've got to fertilise when the seed isn't growing, and I had to... Sometimes you've got to fertilise... Let's have a look at the RT Runner, the big one. I don't... Unless it's got a crawler track or... But even that damages crop. Yeah, so really you've got to fertilise with this at... Yeah, they're obviously big. Simple as. And you didn't try the... Yeah, I would imagine the others the same. Now I'm not sure about the lizard. Yeah, I am going honest. I'm just, I thought I'd try and be thorough with this to see if there are any options. Yeah, the lizard didn't, it was a very reasonable price, but again, it's the wides, standards, wides. Yeah, there's no narrow option, so it's not ever expecting you to be able to go over a field with narrows. And that's the beauty, and its curse is the fact that, yeah, obviously, I don't know if there are that many though that are even the proper fertilizer spreaders. Are there any of those trailed that have narrow wheels? The Amazon looks narrow. Yeah, that's about the only one that I can see that actually you could do that with. Can you do it with the Bredors? Yes, you can. So there you go. That's another advantage to the Bredor that I have often overlooked, is the fact that it could do. I mean, of course, if you do those, but then again, it's capacity. That's what I'm literally sort of trying to say. It's, yeah, the Claris you cannot do narrows. And obviously the disadvantage of what we've just looked at is that can't either. So yes, Supima, can that? What does inverted mean? Is it the equivalent to narrows? Does anybody know? Yeah, it's weird. It really is strange. Right, anyway, enough waffling. All we've got to do next time is, let's have a look how badly this is though, because it's not always awful. Yeah, it's getting low. It's looking at the scale on that. Wow, look at our environmental score. It's fantastic. It really is. That's because we're spraying as well. Yeah, I would say we're at about 6.5, 7's optimal. So yeah, we've lost 0.5, which is of course we are usually liming every single time. Nitrogen is terrible though. Yeah, that's nothing, absolutely nada. So that definitely needs doing, or else we're going to have an awful crop. So we'll get this done. And as I say, this is what I am on about. To have one tractor with as many fields as we've got, and if we're thinking about buying another one, do we invest in something else now? Which will then... The trouble is, we are coming up to winter. We are, right, I'm coming out though, yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns. We're going to keep this quite short. We'll have a conversation next session, yes. Any ideas, suggestions, what you'd like to see? I do think we'll probably go the RT Runner. We'll probably go for the big 10-ton thing with the 3-ton on the front. I think that would do quite nicely. So I reckon that's what we were going to go. But yeah, it has, when you consider the Bredor in that light, yes, if you've got a team of them, if your farm ever gets to that point, I wouldn't want them at the beginning, but if you've got one at the beginning, I suppose you're building up for the day that when you buy a second or a third one, and then they do come into their own. If you can send a team of those, 18 metres does not become so bad, because then they can pass each other without getting in each other's way. Right, anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to continue with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.